Welcome back, everybody, to CTV Morning Live. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. A brand new guest here on Ask the Expert. Our friends from Robillard Hearing Centers are joining us. Now, if you have any questions, and I'm sure you will, if there are hearing issues with you or your family members or some friends, there's the information on how you get in touch with us this morning and ask your question. 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can also email us or send us a question on Facebook. There's the information. First of all, JP and Monica Nazira here, I want to thank you both for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Good to have you here. Give me a bit of background on Robillard Hearing Center. It's been around a while.
It has, yeah. We're a family company, and it started with my grandfather in '58. And my father joined the company back in the 70s, and I came forth 2003. So it's been a family company ever since.
Right. An established company here in the Ottawa area.
That's right.
How many centers do you have, JP?
At the moment, we've got 4 full-time locations, including Brockville. So 3 in Ottawa, including Brockville, and several satellites as well throughout the Ottawa Valley. And we're just opening a location in Orleans this month, December 15th.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Monica, you're an audiologist, right?
That's right.
For those who don't know what an audiologist does and what it means, what do you do?
Well, we diagnose hearing problems, okay? We assess people's hearing ability. We also have some training with tinnitus, okay? Which is when people have ringing or buzzing in their ears.
Constant ringing or buzzing in the ear, yeah.
Also balance problems.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a myriad of problems that you can deal with.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And oftentimes they're all connected, I would guess.
Yes.
To hearing issues along the way. All right, well, we want to talk about advances in technology, which is something that you and the rest of your family have seen since you guys have been around, right?
That's right.
It's come a long way in treating hearing issues.
That's right. What we're seeing nowadays, of course, are just digital developments. Of course, most hearing aids today are digital instruments, so they're more or less they're small computers designed to enable somebody to hear. So one of the recent developments that we're pretty excited about is a circuitry or a computer system within a hearing aid that offers speech preservation and noise. So what's typical with somebody that has a hearing loss is their ability to find or hear sound in noise, particularly speech, is diminished.
Right.
And that's usually why they come in. It's just they can't hear in those group environments anymore.
Right. So it makes it difficult for those people to operate under daily normal circumstances.
That's right. Just even a little bit of ambient noise in the background can really throw them off.
Right.
And so it's a development that manufacturers have been working towards, and it's finally been achieved. And we've introduced it with New Ear, and we're quite excited about it.
Right.
And so the advantage of the instrument is it allows speech preservation and noise. So it diminishes background noise, but yet it preserves speech. And so it preserves that, or in fact, it improves that audibility. So it enables the patient to hear in those.
So it zeroes in on the speech in the environment.
That's right.
Yet eliminates some of the background noise that might interfere with listening to that particular.
Yeah, exactly. That's
very cool.
Yeah.
You brought along an audio example.
That's right.
Of this, and we're going to play it for people now. So what we're going to hear first is what?
Is basically just the conversation without any processing by the instrument.
Right.
And then the second example is just the refinement. So it's the audio processed by the hearing aid and the actual output.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so
let's listen into the first example.
I really enjoy a scenic drive on a beautiful day. What could be more relaxing or enjoyable than this?
So that's an example of someone with a problem. Here's the problem cleaned up a bit.
That's right.
More enjoyable than this.
Yeah. So that example
Here's
there
another. We got one more to show.
Okay.
Just listen to this.
The wind is really picking up. Seems like a storm is on the way. We should think about heading inside. The wind is really picking up. Seems like a storm is on the way.
You can really notice the difference.
Yeah.
So that ambient sound and the wind has got to be one of the worst things for people to deal with when it comes to hearing issues.
Yeah, it's a problem that we've only been able to correct recently.
Yeah.
And again, it just relates to the processing ability of the hearing aid.
So that completely demonstrates the speech preservation. So what you heard in that second example was the cleaned up version of things, right?
Exactly.
So with the hearing aid itself.
That's right.
And then it eliminated some of that background noise, so the speech became so much clearer.
That's right.
Conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And is that one of the major problems you deal with, Monica? Is people they want to hear conversations. They want to be able to you know, without having to stare at people and concentrate so hard.
Exactly. It can become exhausting for people to constantly be straining to hear. And that's something that we hear a lot. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
And it can sometimes lead to people isolating themselves because they don't want to put themselves through those difficulties.
I've had my own experiences with that. As I mentioned to you earlier, both my dad and my brother have hearing issues, and they both have it in one side. And it's frustrating for them, but it's just as frustrating for people trying to have a conversation with them. I know sometimes I get frustrated because they can't hear what I'm saying, and I have to repeat myself so often, and you can only talk to them on one side. And
that's right.
But these things can be corrected.
They can make a difference as well. And the example that we heard as well is it also comes in in the smallest style that we have available, which is the miniscopic.
Right.
And that's just shown here in the model. So it's an instrument that's exceptionally small. It's designed to be invisible, completely invisible, and it's inserted just a few millimeters away from the eardrum.
I want to ask you a few more questions about that, and we want to entertain people's questions. So we'll take a break here on Ask the Expert, but keep in mind the telephone lines are open right now. Make sure you give us a call at 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can also email or Facebook us questions on hearing loss and things that can be dealt with Robillard Hearing Centers. Make sure you get your questions in and join us for more of Ask the Expert. Coming up next, it's 9:27. We'll be right back.